Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now digital news update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio. We're continuing to track COVID-19 cases statewide and across the East. Here are today's numbers. Health officials are reporting that hospitalizations have dropped by 181 people today, but our death toll saw another 111 deaths. This is just one day after the state passed the 9,000 mark. Hospitalizations continue to fall to its lowest point since late December. The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services reported almost 7,000 new cases today, as the daily percentage positive remained in a single digits at 8.7%. Well, it's been in the news for days now, the battle between Wall Street hedge funds and small pocket investors, and some are telling CBS that they got on board with the GameStop and AMC stocks because they felt like they were missing out if they didn't. Our sister station in Denver reports.
This is the power of social media. Some people tell me they got in on the GameStop and AMC stocks because they felt like they were missing out if they didn't. Experts say that can be a perilous game to be playing.
It's been kind of a wild ride the last few days.
The battle between small pocket investors and Wall Street hedge funds forges on. The surge in stock prices for struggling companies like GameStop and AMC started with a band of individual investors on Reddit.
I wanted to be a part of it and just buy a couple shares and see what happened.
Sawyer Clifton, a DU grad student studying finance, says social media pushed him to join the phenomenon.
I've gotten literally nothing done and had trouble sleeping because it's all I've been looking at.
He says he sold his GameStop stock just to get out while he could.
And I knew going into this that this isn't a very, sound investment, that it's more of a gamble, if anything.
The dramatic rise in share price caused popular apps like Robinhood and TD Ameritrade to temporarily restrict trading.
They stopped people from buying certain stocks like GameStop, but they did not stop people from closing out existing positions. If they already had stock in their portfolio, they were able to sell it.
The move sparked class action lawsuits against Robinhood. Their customer agreement states Robinhood may, in its discretion, prohibit or restrict the trading of securities or the substitution of securities in any of my accounts. DU finance professor Chris Hewen says this is nothing new in a volatile market.
Restricting trading in volatile stocks has a very long history, and I don't think that Robinhood has done anything truly extraordinary in this case.
But it did cause prices to plummet, costing some investors like Clifton on his AMC and BlackBerry stocks.
I do have some regrets about getting as involved as I did. It's been fun to be a part of it. And so, yeah, I wish that I had bought less shares.
As for what happens next, that's still a toss-up.
When you see a stock price like you see with GameStop fundamentally disconnected with the value of the company, it is not going to end well for regular investors.
In Denver, Rachel Skida, Fox 31.
A new segment from 9 on Your Side, all about the coast. That and more coming up after this short break.
In the WNCT digital studio is online for you. Live afternoon news updates.
Continuing to track COVID-19 cases.
Don't forget the positive news with Feel Good Friday.
How about we break out some dance moves to kick off your weekend? Remember to see the good in each day.
And if you're looking for your next eatery, Digital Dining has you covered.
Tonight we're visiting Cucina La Mantilla. We visit Blend in Jacksonville. We're visiting La Cocina del Colqui.
These and more on WNCT Now under the live stream tab.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, bringing you some WNCT Now Evening updates. WNCT is bringing you live streamed updates every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest and up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. President Joe Biden has been pushing for $2,000 stimulus payments for the American people for months now. Democratic leaders say it may not be enough and are now calling for monthly payments for the duration of the pandemic. According to a letter sent to Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, more than 50 House members are seeking support from the Biden administration in this proposal. Lawmakers in favor of the proposal say one more check is not enough. Families cannot afford to wait for 8 months between payments. Earlier this week, Biden indicated that he's open to negotiating who receives a check, meaning the direct payments may be more targeted to lower-income Americans than Biden's original plan. None on Your Side is bringing you a new segment called The Coastal Report. Hosted by None on Your Side digital reporter Kayla Schmidt, each week she'll take you along the coast, bringing you the top stories of the week. Each episode she'll also be highlighting a local business or area. Here's a sneak peek of the first episode of The Coastal Report.
Coast group of Jimmy Buffett fans turned its holiday partying into a big gift for Make-A-Wish of Eastern North Carolina. The Emerald Isle Parrot Head Club is made up of fans of the Margaritaville musician and his tropical lifestyle.
We get together and we work together side by side to make this community and the surrounding area much better.
It held a fundraiser in December, raising $38,000 in 2 weeks, double its record from 2019.
Well, that's going to wrap up this segment of WNCT Now Digital News Update. We have more news coming up for you tonight on our broadcasts at 5 and 6. Thanks so much for watching.